What we're going to do today is do a workout using another useful piece of everyday household kit, Broomstick. Now, it's not a million miles away in concept and sort of in ideas to what we did with the towel a couple of weeks ago. And it's very much slow movement. It's about creating resistance through the movement with your own body to really get that strength effect. That's what we're aiming for. The good thing about using something like a broomstick instead of a towel is when you use a towel, obviously you're pulling to create the tension. With a broomstick, you can push to create compression as well. So you can work in both directions quite effectively. So you can really change how an exercise can work, even in the course of one single rep, by just changing your emphasis and changing how you think about the movement. Now, what I want you to do with all these movements today, it's a lot, as well as a lot of these sort of Wednesday sessions, it's very slow, it's very deliberate, it's about creating that tension, creating that resistance, and feeling your way through each rep, nice and smoothly, nice and strongly. There's no fast moves in today's workout. It's going to be a slow one, it's going to be a controlled one, it's going to be perhaps a little bit burny, but we'll take it through there as we go. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of work, so a very familiar structure to what we've been working with over the last few weeks. We've got 45 seconds on each of the 3 exercises within each block. What we're going to do, we're going to go around those 3 exercises, and we're going to go around them 3 times. So we'll be working for around 6 minutes and 45 seconds on each block. And then we're going to have a little rest of about a minute or so in between the block, in which time I'll take you through the next 3 exercises. Then we'll work that, and then we'll do those 3 exercises 3 times. Have a little break, move on to the next one, and the next one, and the 4 blocks, and then we're done. Okay, so the very first block that we're doing is very much about the legs. There are 3 exercises, well, 2 exercises, but one of the exercises is a sort of a single-sided exercise. So the first exercise, now you can do this in a couple of ways. I prefer to have my dirty end of the broom on the floor. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to lunge and we're going to deadlift. So you stand up nice and tall. And you take one leg off the floor. So one leg is always off the floor, and you're going to go back into the lunge, and then you're going to come up, and then you're going to deadlift. So usually a single leg deadlift can be quite tricky with balance. So this broom just gives you that extra bit of support that you need to hold yourself in position. Okay, so that's the movement. So just practice that whilst I'm doing it, just to get a feel for it. It's really slow, it's really deliberate. Be tall, think about your posture, extend the heel back as you're doing it. So we're going to do 45 seconds on your left leg, 45 seconds on your right leg, and then we're going to bring the broom and we'll just rest it behind our neck like this on our back. And what we're going to do, we're going to combine a squat with a press. So what I want you to do as you're pressing above your head is really push your hands inwards. So as you're sitting down, the broom goes up. Really squeeze your arms together. As you're coming up, the broom comes down. As you're sitting down, the broom comes up. As you're coming back, the broom comes down. So it's also a very nice mobility move for the shoulders. Okay, and those are the 3 exercises. So we're going to go through those 3 times, have a little break. I'll explain the next 3 exercises, and we'll work through in the same way. Okay, so I'll just pull up my timer. Any minute now, I'm going to watch the size to behave. There we go. So, everybody ready? Big thumbs up if you're ready. Brilliant stuff. We're going to start with the lunges and the deadlift. So you hold it in your right hand, you stand on your left leg, and off we go. So there, take it down, up, hinge from the hip, lead back with the heel, there, down, up. Really think about your posture as you're moving this. This will really help your lunge technique. back, and down. You can change which end of the broom you prefer to use. Slightly wobbly with the bristles, but if you flip it round, you've got a smaller surface area, so it's slightly wobbly on the other way as well. Okay, change hands, same thing on the other side. Push it through, rotate, and back. Take it down, push it through, pull yourself up nice and tall, rotate, hinging from the hip very nicely. That's it. So none of this is fast. This is all controlled movement. And it's a lot easier to tip over from the hip on one leg when you've got a broom to support you. Over you go. Bring it up into this position here. Sit it down. And as you squat, squeeze your hands together and bring it up. Squeeze your hands together and bring it up. So you're really activating more about the shoulders in that movement than the lats, but we will come to those later. So the broom kind of stays where it is in space. You're just moving your body underneath it. And one more, and then back to the deadlift. And the lunge. And up. Take it back. Hinge, heel, lead with the heel. Try and point your toes down to the floor if you can. It's very easy to turn the toe out to the side. That can sort of throw you off balance. So you want to take your time. Tall. Change sides. Lunge. Up. Hinge. Up. Lunge. Up. Hinge. Tipping over like those little bird desk toys that just tip over. Keep the back as flat as you can. Just checking my own back there. Making sure I'm doing what I'm saying. Hinging. Up and down. Broom on the back. Squeeze it as you sit. Bring it up. Push the hands together. Straighten his arms out. Bring it up. That's it. Squeeze. Bring it up. So really open up the chest in the bottom of this one as well. Draw the shoulders back. So again, nice work. Posture. Now I know this probably isn't the most intense work, but it's important at the moment to just look after our posture, making sure that we're not hunching over too much. And back into the final round now. Next thing we're going to do again is lunge and hinge. Think about the posture here, bring the knee through and take it down. Up and hinge. Think about your balance. What you might notice, I know I'm noticing it, it's getting a little bit more wobbly. And that's just to do with the smaller muscles that you use to stabilize your body. Those are getting a little tired, so really focus on squeezing the core, taking it through, swap it round, take it down, push the chest up, nice and tall, hinge it through. Bring it back. Down. Nice and tall. Hinge, feel that lovely stretch through the hamstring as you go over. And bring it back. Down. Up. Nice proud chest. Really think about your body position through this movement. There's no great load, there's no great speed. So you can use this movement to really focus on your technique. Those little fine-tuning adjustments that you need to make. Here, squeeze your hands together as you sit. What you'll notice is your squat will get better as the sets go on. Good stuff. Keep it going. Really draw that bar down. Draw that broom down. Keep it going. And one more. And take a rest. And that is the end of the first block. So have a little rest, shake anything out if you feel things shaking out. And I'm going to take you through the next block. We're down on the floor for the next block. So make sure you've got enough space, a little bit of side to side movement. What we're going to start with is lying on your back in this position here with the broom over your head. And all we're going to be doing, again, just squeeze your hands together, create that compression in the broom. Try and get your heels off the floor if you can. I'm going to bring the broom there. And we're going to bring the broom there. Going to bring the broom there. And we're going to bring the broom there. So we're just rocking from side to side. That's the first 45. The second 45 is flipping that over, exactly the same movement. In this position here, reaching out again, create that compression in the broom and just rock from side to side. It's very small, it's very gentle, but it is still quite intense and very important work for our posture and things like that at the moment. Okay, and then the third exercise on your bum with kayaking. So you can do this either with your heels on the floor or with your heels just off the floor, just to create that extra bit of resistance. Nice and wide, and just kayak from side to side, like that. Okay, so have a little go at those. Just get comfy, and then we'll get cracking again. The idea behind this is smooth transition, smooth movement to movement, from exercise to exercise. Okay, so we're going to start on our backs with the side-to-side crunch. Get in position, hold the broom above your head, and when you're ready, off you go. So it's almost shrugging the shoulders down. And try and bring the hips into it a little bit, if you can. Straight arms, I'm running out of space, shuffle down a little bit. Get that squeeze on, all the way along the side of the body. Try and bring that's it, keep it going. So it's these small exercises that tend to burn the worst. Keep it going. And flip it over. A little bit knock over any ornaments. And then up and side to side this way. Keep that going. Nice and smooth. Nice and easy. Try and straighten your arms. I'm just losing the position of my arms a little bit there. Again, great for the back this. And then up onto your bum, grab your broom and kayak. Again, create that tension. Send the other end of the broom down the center line. So again, there's no speed in this. You do feel you need to put your heels down, absolutely fine, but try and keep them up for as long as you can. And back down on the floor, overhead, side to side. Again, if you can keep your heels off the ground, go for it, but it's going to start burning, so if you're struggling, find it a little challenging, just put the heels down for a few reps, and then just pick them up again. Just really get that squeeze on each side of the trunk. Keep it going. Change it over. Same on the other side. Reach out, get the shoulders off the ground this time. The chest rather. And side to side. Really shrug the shoulder down if you're going to the right. Shrug the right shoulder down if you go to the left. Shrug the left shoulder down. To increase that engagement, increase that muscle activation. And then kayak. Up and row. Or paddle. I wouldn't want to upset any water sports fans out there. So really get your rotation in. Feel the whole core working. When you're paddling, you don't really, well, you do use your arms, but the drive comes from the midsection first. Much the same as in this exercise. Really work that core as best you can. If you need to sit your heels down, that's absolutely fine as well. Back down on your back. Reach overhead. Crunch from side to side. If you have a particularly wide broom like me, it's a little tricky space-wise. I chose the big outdoor broom instead of a smaller indoor broom. Again, shrug that shoulder down. Shrug that shoulder down, get the squeeze on. Slow, it's deliberate, quite excruciating. And change it over onto the front of the body and working back. Keep your feet off the ground, even better. And again, shrug the shoulder down on the side that you're leaning to, you're working to. Right shoulder down, left shoulder down, right shoulder down, left shoulder down. Good job, kayak finish. So this is really working the core quite intensely. A lot of this workout is very core focused. Even the standing up exercises that don't feel like they're directly about the core, you're still working the core. squeeze it, push your hands together, compress the broomstick. And take a breather. That's it, that's our 3 rounds. Moving on now to the next block. The next block's pretty simple in a lot of ways. So what we're going to do, again, working very much on compression. So what we're going to do to start with, working the core in a standing position, grab your broom, hold it out in front of your chest like this. Now, what I want this to be is a very active hold on here. Don't just make it static. Don't relax the arms out. You just squeeze your arms together so you really activate the chest muscles, really activate the entirety of the front of the body. Then, what we're going to do is rotate. Nice and simple. So it's almost as if you're pushing it in the direction with your arms. So if I'm going to go to my left, I'm pushing it with my right, but resisting with my left. And if I'm going to go to my right, I'm pushing with my right and resisting with my left. Hang on. Doesn't make quite sense. But you know, you're always pushing with one arm and resisting with the other as you're rotating. Okay? That's the first move. The second move is like a steering wheel. So again, that compression is there, but this time we're going over the top. So we're going to go there, like that, and back, and there, like that. So again, create that tension. Squeeze the broom together. Try and push it as hard as you can. So you're going over like that, and really get that sense of extension at the top as well. Really straighten your arm up. That's it. And then the third exercise is another lunging exercise, but what I want you to do is not focus so much on the lunge. The lunge is there just to facilitate the movement with the upper body. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to hold the broomstick with 2 hands, like this, and really push down on it, like that. Really push the chest proud, nice and strong. And all you're going to do then is lunge back, but create the resistance. Resist that with your arms. And then push through the arms as you stand. Down, so the lunge isn't really the exercise here. It's what's happening here. You're pushing down through the body. Down, and push yourself up. Again, chest nice and proud. Down, and push yourself up. Okay, so those are the 3 moves. We're going to do those 3 times. Have a little rest, and then move on to the final block. Okay, everybody ready? We're going to start with pushing that in and rotating from side to side. Off you go, everyone. Really squeeze it and rotate. Try and keep your hips as square on as you can with this. Really create that resistance. We haven't got any weights to work with, so you've got to create that resistance within your own body by squeezing your broomstick as tight as you can. So that creates resistance in the core as well then. So it's not a fast move. You can do trunk twists at speed. You see a lot of people doing them at speed. But this is about creating that tension, that resistance, and working with it, working against it. So it's smooth, really squeeze it. That's it, keep it going. 5 seconds. And then we're going to go over the top. So from here, we're going to go. And again, create that resistance. And extend as you go. Create the resistance. And extend. So take the top arm and then just pull it down. Take the top arm and pull it down all the way. Take the top arm, pull. Take the top arm, pull it down. Really, you're working your biceps as well in this. Really create it. Your body is the gym here. Really extend. Really extend and pull it down. Great work. Get your broom on the floor, push down and handle the broom and drive. So your legs aren't getting you up here, it's your arms that are getting you up. Drive, push the chest through, create that tension. Drive, extend and drive. Extend and drive, push it through. Extend, keep it going, and drive it up. Down, drive it up, push it through. Down, drive it up, push the chest through. Keep it going, and then we're back to the rotation. So So creating this tension, switch it, squeeze it, and rotate it. That's it. So this isn't fast. You're creating the tension. You're creating the movement and the resistance to work the muscles. Keep it going. Really work. Make sure the broom doesn't start to drop as well. So you've got a bit of work through the shoulders, holding that broom up over time as well. Okay, we're going over the top now. Up and over. Really reach, squeeze it. Pull down with that top arm. Squeeze it. Pull down with the top arm. That's it. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Really extend. Reach it. Pull it down. So it's smooth movement. Overhand grip. That's the one. Keep it going. And then broom on the floor. Push down into the broom. Lunge back. Push down as you stand. Back into the broom. Push down as you stand. Back into the broom. Push down. Keep it going. Don't release it. I did just then. Probably notice a difference in your posture and the tension you're carrying in your body. Don't release that tension. Hold on to it. That's what we're creating the resistance with. Push through. And push through. And push through. Got one more round after this. Okay, again, create that tension. And rotate. The shoulders go 90 degrees. The trunk goes 90 degrees. The arms aren't traveling. The arms are staying where they are. It's the center of the chest. And the shoulders that are rotating on this. Create that tension. Again, push through with the outside arm. And then over the top. Over you go. Reach. And reach. And pull it down. Reach and pull it down. Reach and pull it down. Keep it going. Pull it down. That's it. Reach. Pull it down. Keep going, everybody. Extend and pull. Extend and pull. Extend overhead and pull. Keep it going. That's the one. Keep it going. That's it. And then into the lunging. Push down into your broom. Press down. And pull your body up. Press down. Really create that tension. Press down. Press down. Keep it going. Lengthening the back muscles, listening to your lats, because these are the muscles that work in. Create that tension in it. Drive it. Roll the elbows in towards you. Drive it. Keep it going. Try not to break your broom. Push the chest through. That's the finish. Push the chest through. Time for one more. Push the chest through. Good job. Okay. On to the very final block now. All on the floor, this one. So, what we're going to do, we're going to start in a high plank or push-up position. Okay, first exercise. In a push-up position, over your broom. Then what you do is you take your broom handle, just fly it out to the side like that. Hold it for a beat, return it, fly it out to the side like that. Hold it for a beat, return it, fly it out to the side. Now again, the wider your stance, the more stability you're on. So you find the width that works best for you on that one. It'll be fine when you're on two hands, but as soon as you take that hand off, you've really got to work quite hard to really squeeze the midsection so you don't roll and counterbalance. You want to maintain a sort of flattish body, at least as flat as you can. Okay, the second exercise, turn the broom that way. Now what we're going to do, we did something similar with the towel a couple of weeks ago, but with the broom again, we can change our focus and our resistance. So what I want you to do is bring the broom up, and I want you to pull it as you pull it down, and then squeeze it as you push it up. Pull it as you pull it down, squeeze it as you push it up. So it's an alternating focus. You're working the muscles of the back and the front. So it's a nice upper body exercise. Then what we're going to finish on is a nice little overhead crunch. So again, starting in this position here, really extend the broom overhead. Bring the broom towards you whilst you bring bent knees in. You want to get your knees underneath the broom and get the broom to your ankles. And then bring it back, straighten the legs and arms, and bring it forward. There. Try and keep your knees together if you can. They won't always stay together, I know mine don't. And then bring it back. Get that crunch in, that's the important part of it. Okay, so those are the three moves. Nice and simple. Get into position, get ready, and off we go. So, starting with the plank and lateral raise. Off you go, guys. Alternating sides. Try and keep it as flat as you can. Try and keep your arm as straight as you can. Changing sides. This is slow. This is deliberate. This is focused movement. Time for one more. Broom in front, down on the floor, pull it down, squeeze it up. Pull it down, squeeze it up. Pull it down, squeeze it up. Keep it going. Squeeze. So you're trying to pull your hands apart on the downward phase and push them together on the inward phase. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Okay, flip it over, grab your broom, and just bring it over the knees and back. Over the knees and back. Then get your ankles with the broom. By drawing those knees as close as you can. Extend at the bottom of it. Be as straight as you can at the bottom of it. And change it over. Change your broom position. Push up position. Off you go again. That shift from side to side is the killer on this. Hold it for a little beat. Work the back of the shoulders, but it's the core that's doing all the work, really. Let's be honest here. And one more. Broom in front. And again, pull it down and push it up. Pull the hands apart as you come down. Push the hands together as you come up. Draw it back. Push it forward. Draw it back. So you got tension in both phases of the movement in different directions. Oh. Pull it, draw the elbows right back, and then push as you go up. Good stuff. Flip it over, second set of crunches. Over here, straight legs. Really make sure you're straight at the start. You want to get a full range of movement here. Don't want to shorten the muscles across the front of the body. It's about strengthening the body through the full movement, not just through a partial movement. Extend and open at the top. Broom's quite useful for that. Again, try pulling your arms apart at the top and then push them together as you come down. The top, pull your arms apart, open up the shoulders, and down, pull them down, flip it over. Last round of each now. Nearly done. Work through the core. Try not to let your hips creep up as mine are doing there. Just spotting myself in the monitor. Try and keep as straight a line as you possibly can. Even if that means taking your feet wider, it's harder when they're narrower together. Okay, change it that way. Head down and pull and push and pull and push and pull and push. Nearly there. Pull and push. Keep it going. Pull. Try and keep the tension on. You probably noticed I let that off a little bit on that one. Try and keep the broom off the ground. This is the last set of these. So hold on to that tension. Hold on to that focus. Good job. Flip it around. Grab your broom. And bring it together. Nice and straight. Extend open the chest. Bring the knees together. Bring it back. Bring it back. If at the top of the rep, you've noticed your knees separating as mine are there, squeeze them together. You'll get a much bigger squeeze then through the core. Squeeze them together. That's it. Up. Nearly done. This is the last one. Squeeze it, hold it, and we're done. Woo. Ah. And that's it. Broom workout. Well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that one as well. A challenging one in a lot of ways because you've got to really focus, really concentrate, really create that tension rather throughout your entire body to really give you the resistance you need to get as much as you can out of that workout. But brilliant stuff, everyone. Well done. Have a stretch, have a rest, and have a fantastic day.